So, guys, today we're talking about how complacency is the killer of success. I was on NoFap for about a month and then I just relapsed out of nowhere. But I was completely fine with it because I knew why. Because I realized that I was complacent as of late. I wasn't doing the work that I should have been doing. I wasn't eating the right foods. I started to eat junk food again, even though I'd been eating clean for months at that point. I was doing bad habits again. I was watching TV now and again. I was watching YouTube. I was not learning reading like I always do. I wasn't in the gym as much, and you start to notice these patterns of complacency, and this led to my relapse. But I quickly moved on because I had the presence to recognize that I was I was complacent. I I believed that I couldn't go back to how I was, and then I started doing the habits anyway. I thought this time would be different. That's what happens. You see this with big teams, like in football. You see big teams from the top. Man City, for example, if you're British, they were dominating for a while. Now they're struggling to win games. They haven't won games. I think a game for 5 games now. Complacency leads to that. Rugby. I'm a rugby player. I support Ireland, and they haven't been good recently. They've gotten complacent because they believe, oh, we're the best. We don't need to do that much training. But you do. You lose your edge if you don't stay on top of things. You might think, well, what if I want to consciously do these habits like watching TV, playing video games, eating junk food, all that stuff? By all means, you can do that. I've absolutely no problem with that. You can do whatever you like. I'm going to do what I like. But you are consciously throwing your success and potential into the gutter. You're consciously thinking, I probably shouldn't play video games, but I'm going to play video games anyway. You may as well just slap yourself in the face. That's the way I look at it. Like yesterday, I didn't want to do the gym. I was stiff, I was sore, and I didn't do the gym. I was complacent. I thought, well, I haven't got a game this weekend, so I can make up for it. But that was a lack of discipline, and even my dad convinced me to not do it. But what I should have done was just do it anyway, because I always do it even when I don't feel like it. So that little bit of complacency seeps in. I couldn't recognize that, so the next time when I feel like I don't want to do it, I'm just going to do it anyway. So I may as well have slapped myself in the face at that point. And you should if you're going to consciously do these bad habits and know they're bad habits and continue to do them. Now, like I said, I reflected upon the complacency, but really that's all you can do. You can only not be complacent after you've been complacent. Once you know the things that you've done that have been complacent, like instead of doing the work, you watch TV. Instead of doing the gym, you instead played video games. You can only do it, you can only like adjust yourself upon reflection. So, I'm not saying be complacent, but when you are complacent, because everyone gets complacent at some point, but when you are, reflect, think back and look at the bad habits that you did. Sometimes you don't realize that you've been complacent until you've had a big slap in the face. I'm not gonna actually slap myself, but until you've gotten a slap in the face that really wakes you up, like relapsing on semen retention, or I'm just gonna call it semen retention, relapsing on semen retention, losing a football match. You think you're the best fucking team, and then you get absolutely hammered by a team that is just as good as you, but you were complacent. You're going to realize that, and then the next time in training, your coach is going to hammer you with all the drills that you used to do. So you can only learn once you've made mistakes, so be open to them. They're going to happen. I'm not saying let them in. Don't consciously, know that, oh, I don't want to do the gym. I probably should do the gym, but I'm not going to do it. Well, no, that's stupid. Like I was yesterday. So learn and reflect upon your complacency and how you were complacent. Now you can try to avoid complacency by being really disciplined, but that's very hard to maintain over a long period of time. It usually takes years to really build up discipline. So you can try and be as disciplined as you can, and you should, but know that there will come a time where you're not as disciplined. That's where the complacency will slip in. So be as disciplined as you can, but reflect upon what you've done wrong. So live and learn. Live. Be disciplined towards your purpose and goals, but learn from the mistakes you make. Oh, I probably should have done that instead. Oh, could have done this, could have done that, but next time, if there is a next time, I know what to do. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and have a good day.